On into the 30s, mainly north of 78, and New Jersey, snow through Newcastle, Danbury, all the way towards Dover Plains, and also snow in Ramapo, Greenville, towards Thompson and Livingston Manor. A heavier pocket in Sussex, Mount Olive, High Bridge down towards Bridgewater. And then when we zoom in closer to northeast New Jersey, a rain-snow mixture that's around Patterson down towards Edison. In the boroughs, a few sprinkles, but this snow is getting closer. That should arrive in the city closer to around 20 to 30 minutes. We have a few sprinkles moving out of Nassau County and lighter rain in Suffolk County. So it is below freezing in Montgomery, 29, right at the freezing mark in Cold Spring, Katona, 34 for you, and Liberty, 28. Sussex, you're above freezing at 35. In Central Park, 38 degrees, and some of that snow could stick to roads in the higher elevations and cold surfaces. Southwest winds between 2 to 14 miles per hour. I've seen some gusts as high as 30, but winds just continue to ramp up all day. Prepare for sustained winds between 25 to 35, gusting as high as 55 miles per hour. So rain timing, we dry out by midday, and then that's when we'll have our high temperatures in the upper 30s, low 40s this afternoon. We fall to the 30s, and it's going to feel more like the 20s. Heather?
All right, Brittany, let's talk about those New Jersey transit.
Even heavier pockets, too, in New Jersey, mainly along and north of I-78. So that could slow you down this morning, even lower visibility, so you'll likely need some extra time. So let's look at the timing for these scattered showers and snow showers. We'll have this around between 7 to 9 o'clock this morning, late this morning throughout this afternoon. That's when things start to dry out for most of the tri-state, but I still can't rule out a stray shower north and west of the city. This afternoon, too, temperatures fall down in the 30s, and gusty winds will make it feel more like the 20s. We could have gusts as high as 45 to 55 miles per hour. Heather?
We're looking at New Jersey transit trains. Once again, we have the Gladstone Bridge.
Schools, high schools in particular, now have until Monday to send in their top choice programs. A technical
claim and disputed if they disagree with a claim reimbursement decision. In a post on X, New York Governor Hochul called the move outrageous and said she's going to make sure that New Yorkers are protected.
A surprising admission from Giants legend Eli Manning. The former QB and two-time Super Bowl champ posted this photo and writing, this is circa 2012 level Instagram post. How can this be the first time
I don't
he was on the train?
I don't believe it.
That is so wild. What?
I think he's just being.
Oh, you think so?
Is that his personality?
Yeah. I mean, the Manning cast, you know, on ESPN for Monday Night Football is great. And it's just funny to see the back and forth. So I don't know. We'll have to get, I guess, further clarification.
Okay.
I don't know. But it's,
all right. Well, we would love the feedback on what you thought if it was indeed your first time on the subway.
Yeah. At least it's not as cold on the subway platform.
Yeah.
Underground.
That might be the place to be,
Right?
Brittany.
We don't say that often. So yeah, we have an AccuWeather alert. We already have rain and snow across the area park. And here's what's going on radar. Most of the snow is around the Hudson Valley, the Catskills, and the northern half of New Jersey. So we have snow all throughout Rockland and Westchester, a heavier pocket in Monroe and Hyde Park and Kingston. Looking at New Jersey, the darker colors showing some heavier snow, and that's spanning from Wyckoff, Patterson, down towards Summit and Edison. And in the boroughs, we now have a few sprinkles falling and a rain-snow mixture for the Bronx, Jersey City. You have lighter rainfall. A break in the rain in Queens and lighter showers picking up for Nassau and Suffolk County. Now here's a look at snowfall totals so far. Danbury 2.5 inches, 1.5 in Shelton. Even Smithtown and Comac, an inch of snow earlier this morning. Port Jefferson just over a half an inch. I really didn't make any major changes to our expected snowfall map. The only difference is I did bring down that coating to an inch to include the northern half of Suffolk County and Nassau County because of snow reports so far. 1 to 3 for the higher elevation in the Catskills and the Poconos, and 1 to 3, 2 for Dutchess and northern Fairfield County. When it comes to our amount of rainfall so far in liquid totals, below 1/10 of an inch, but heavier rain in Islip, close to a half an inch, more of the same for West Hampton, and over a half an inch in Montauk. Temperatures are in the 30s, and some spots are below freezing at the freezing mark in Newburgh, 33 in Poughkeepsie, Rock Hill, 28 for you. Morristown, it's 34, and the same in Sussex, and Central Park, 38, Islip, 39. Throughout this afternoon, temperatures will fall, so we'll reach our high around midday, the upper 30s, low 40s, but this afternoon, we start to drop in the 30s behind a cold front, but really strong winds will make it feel more like the 20s, so dress more so for the 20s, even the teens. teens in some areas. Southwest winds ranging from 2 to 14, gusting up to 30, but winds will just keep getting stronger and stronger. We could have damaging winds as high as 45 to 55 miles per hour, and there's a wind advisory area wide, so make sure those decorations are secure. This is a bigger picture, rain and snow ahead of an area of low pressure and a cold front. Once that front moves in, that's when things start to dry out. But we'll deal with this rain-snow mixture through around 7 to 9 o'clock. Even later this morning throughout the afternoon, dry air will start to win out, but I still can't rule out a lingering snow shower for spots north and west of the city. Our focus the second half of today turns to dropping temperatures and gusty winds. Tonight, skies clear. We fall to the 20s and 30s, and tomorrow, a lot of sunshine on the way, but it's not going to feel great at all with high temperatures in the 30s, and it's going to feel even colder. Today, an AccuWeather alert for morning rain and snow and damaging winds throughout this afternoon, gusting around 45 to 55 miles per hour. We start to dry out to the second half of today. Tonight, 29. It's going to feel like the teens, still very blustery and sunny tomorrow, 35 with very cold real feel temperatures. We start to slowly improve Saturday, 39, not as windy. And then look at Sunday, 48. And we have an AccuWeather alert this morning. Light rain and snow continues to fall across the area. So looking at the timing, we'll have that sticking around.
Pause the fire. Brittany back with our AccuWeather forecast.
And right now, a lot of the rain and snow is slowly tapering off. And of heavy snow that also has gusty winds, and that can lead to whiteout conditions causing dangerous travel. And we still have a snow squall warning out for eastern Fairfield County. That's until 12:30, but that will likely expire soon, and that's because the bulk of the snow is now pushing east outside of the county, but still a few flakes flying near Shelton and Stevenson. Looking at a few flurries near Phillipstown and Putnam County, and scattered snow all throughout Dutchess, Ulster, and Sullivan County. Closer to the boroughs, a rain-snow mixture for Brooklyn and Queens, and that continues to move off to the east. Snowfall totals today ranging from 1 to 3 inches. New Fairfield 3.2, Cold Spring 2 inches for you, and Comac an inch of snow. So looking at the timing for the rest of this afternoon and this evening, we'll still have a chance for a quick moving snow shower, especially for areas north and west of the city. But this evening, that's when things will start to clear and taper off, with temperatures tonight falling down in the 20s and the 30s. Right now, we're in the 30s and the 40s, but this is what it feels like. It feels more like the 20s and the 30s, and that's all because of very strong winds. So for the rest of this afternoon, get ready for real feel temperatures in the 20s. Winds are gusting as high as 30 to 37 miles per hour. We even had a 50 mile per hour gust earlier this morning. So that will continue for the rest of today, and that's why we have that wind advisory. So tonight we get down into the 20s, and tomorrow 34 to 35 with mostly sunny skies. David, Lauren.
All right, Brittany, thank you so much. Right now, jury Lower Manhattan with the latest. Lindsay.
Lauren, we also just learned that that group of anonymous jurors requested to see. Meantime, Jordan Neely's father, we are also learning today, filed a civil lawsuit against Daniel Penny just yesterday, suing him for damages in regards to the death of his son. Neely's father is in the courthouse behind me here today, again, as these jury deliberations continue. Again, today, the jury did just request to view those 2 cell phone videos once again. We'll keep you updated as day 3 of deliberations continue. Live in Lower Manhattan, Lindsay Tugman, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Lindsay. In Brooklyn, shows the firefighters working to free the woman on Parkville Avenue.
Rescue. Firefighters rush in.
Need a morning routine? Wake up with Eyewitness News this morning. Breaking news and headlines to start your day. The AccuWeather forecast to know what to wear. Traffic and transit alerts to get you there on time. Eyewitness News this morning. Tomorrow on Channel 7 and wherever you stream.
Orem Park Police Department asking residents report sightings directly to the FBI. And in a letter to lines, rail stations, the FAA is restricting
every day.
No, we're in the holiday season now for sure. We are in it. And we even got a little snow for some people in part of our area.
And a heavy burst, too, earlier this morning. But a big difference right now. We have sun.
It looks pretty out there.
We have sun. It doesn't feel great, I'll tell you that. We have winds out of the west. Sustained winds near 13. We have winds out of the west, sustained winds near 13 miles per hour, gusting even higher. We hit our high of 39 earlier in the morning. Temperatures are now falling. The average high is 47 and sunset at 4:28. So we're getting a break in most of the rainfall and snow, but we still have a few snowflakes pushing in around the Catskills, making their way around Pike, Sullivan, and Ulster County, and seeing a snow shower right on top of Clinton. So I want to give you a closer look at some extra snowfall reports. So Fairview, 2 inches, and for Liberty, 9 inches of snow in the higher elevations. Around northeast New Jersey, the boroughs, a few snow flurries and a few sprinkles for southern Nassau County, tracking towards western Suffolk County. And around New Jersey, Blairstown, just a half an inch of snow and 2 inches in Brookside. The liquid equivalent of what fell mainly below or at or below 1/10 of an inch, but we had a bullseye for Suffolk County, Islip, and West Hampton, just over a half an inch of rainfall, and 3/4 of an inch for sections of Montauk. Temperatures are in the 30s. It's down to 36 in Danbury, 41 in Bridgeport, and 37 degrees in Belmar, Morristown 39. Most of us are above freezing, but it feels like the 20s and the lower 30s. That's all because of this stiff breeze that is just getting stronger and stronger. So as a result, for this afternoon, even though we'll have actual temperatures in the 30s, it's going to feel more so like the low to mid 20s. Current winds gusting around 32 in the city, 28 in White Plains. White Plains, about an hour ago, you had a gust close to 50 and 41 in Belmar. We could have winds as high as 45 to 55 miles per hour. That could lead to a few isolated power outages and knock over some holiday decorations. The bigger picture is showing an area of low pressure and a cold front now moving through the tri-state. Even some leftover moisture behind this cold front. That's why we still have a chance for a shower or two, especially north and west of the city. Most of us are done with all of the moisture late this evening through early tomorrow, and skies clear tonight. We get down into the 20s and the 30s. Tomorrow, we'll have a lot of sun around, but it's going to be a blustery and windy Friday. For the rest of today, temperatures will fall down into the 30s. We'll have very strong winds, sustained winds between 25 to 35, and tonight getting down to 29, partly cloudy, windy, and much colder. It's going to feel more like the teens as you step outside early tomorrow morning. Friday afternoon, 34, mostly sunny but gusty, winds up to 30 to 35. We start to improve this balmy 55 degrees.
I love that that gets the balmy description. But it will feel nice for sure.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Brittany.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at noon, on the hot seat in Capitol Hill, airline.
The major carrier hanging up on 27 points. Experts studying trends in Europe and Asia. The study also found a gender gap. Boys perform better than girls in math and science.
And President Biden is back at the White House after returning from his trip to Angola. The president plans to attend the national Christmas tree lighting this evening. Vice President Harris and second gentleman also plan to attend. And very importantly, the Navarro Christmas pre-lit fake tree is up and ready to go.
Does it smell good too? Or do you spray the little
you
have to have a candle.
heater and
none of that.
fur?
No.
Yeah.
We put as little effort into it at this point as we can. And then we put the gifts under it and we're good to go.
As long as the coquito is good, right?
Yes.
That's the
You know the
important
secret.
stuff.
I like the way you think.
Yes, that's the, hey, nothing like a little Christmas cheer. And balmy temperatures, also something to cheer about.
Yeah, we have to just wait until next week, but right now, the opposite of balmy. We have temperatures in the 30s, and it feels more like the 20s. All due to west winds, sustained west winds near 13. All due to west winds, sustained west winds near 13 miles per hour. So a lot of us are getting a break from the rain and snow on radar, but snow is still falling through most of Dutchess County, an isolated pocket of snow in central Fairfield, and even a few flurries now pushing through the Catskills and the Poconos. So Denning and Liberty, snow falling for you. Snowflakes throughout Pike County. So going back, looking at some of those snowfall totals, we had snowfall totals ranging from 1 to 2 inches across the area. Some isolated spots closer to 3 inches. So Pleasant Valley 2.8, Wallkill 2.5, and White Lake 3 inches for you. In the city, a few sprinkles popping up all throughout the boroughs, and even looking at a few snowflakes. Radar showing right on top of Jersey City, not enough to cause any travel issues. Randolph, you had 1.2 inches, and Green Pond 1.1. When we look at the amount of liquid that fell, or the rainfall totals, below 1/10 of an inch for most of the area, but we we had heavier pockets of moisture for Suffolk County. Islip in West Hampton just over a ½ an inch, and Montauk 3/4 of an inch for you. We're down to 36 in White Plains, 40 in Islip, Toms River 37 for you, and Sussex 37. Temperatures mainly above freezing. But check out these wind chill numbers, down in the 20s and the 30s, and we'll feel more of the same for the rest of this afternoon. So real feel numbers around 3 to 4 p.m. dipping in the 20s, maybe even the teens farther north and west, and still going well down throughout this evening and the overnight hours. Winds are gusting up to 32 to 37 miles per hour, but we could have even stronger gusts approaching 45 to 55, and that's why we have that wind advisory lasting throughout this evening. Still holding on to gusty conditions through tomorrow, but not as bad as today. The bigger picture showing an area of low pressure and a cold front that's now finally moving throughout the tri-state. But even after this cold front gets out of here, we'll have this northwest flow that could still squeeze out a quick moving burst of snow, primarily for areas north and west of New York City. But after sunset, that's when a lot of this moisture will finally start to shut off. And tonight, skies clear. We fall in the 20s and the 30s. Tomorrow morning, clear, and we'll have a lot of sunshine on Friday, so it's going to look nice. But when it comes to the temperatures, we get down in the 30s with even colder real feel numbers. Today, we continue to fall in the 30s, and we're keeping that AccuWeather alert because of that threat for damaging winds. Tonight, falling to 29 with Sunday 48 and then 55, but wet at times Tuesday, near 50 on Wednesday.
Double nickels, 55. Way to go.
Thanks, Brittany. Coming up, honoring a basketball legend.
No matter how early your morning starts,
We're already up.
Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Ready when you are.
Shirley Nallicott and Mike Marza with breaking news and headlines. Sam Champion and Brittany Bell with the AccuWeather forecast. Heather O'Rourke with Commuter alerts. The people you need to get your mornings ready, because your day doesn't get going till you turn on Channel 7 and wake up with Eyewitness News this morning.
Ready?
Let's do this.
Tomorrow, starting at 4:30 a.m.
And I'm Mike Marza. In the news this morning, we are following the latest over.